Well, moving on to a topic that hits close to home. Caleb Williams, there was an article that came out. I don't know if you've seen it. I know this is something that you got a kick out of.
A little bit, a little bit.
Bro, the fact that him and his pops was trying to forego the NFL as a whole just because of Bears was fun to take him. It's crazy to me. But at the same time, being Bears fans, this is not like, I mean, if I was in that same position, I'd be very hesitant to go to the Bears too.
Yeah. The quarterbacks, like his dad said,
They go to
it's a
die.
place that it's where they go to die, with the exception of Jay Cutler. But other than that, the Bears, still haven't had a quarterback to throw over what 4,000 yards
Yeah.
in a season. I would be hesitant if I was Caleb as well. And you could even see it on Justin Fields' face when he was drafted, like, I don't know about
Yeah.
this. But then again, I don't know with Justin if it was because of the team that drafted him or if he fell to the 11th pick. But
Mhm.
either way, it's not the best situation
Probably
as
a
a
little bit
quarterback
of
for
both.
Chicago. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And finally, like, we are acting like a competent franchise now. We
A
get
little
the
bit.
head coach, Ben Johnson, but that there was like, talk that he wanted to go to Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell. If he would have went to Minnesota,
That'd be
Ju
dangerous.
Justin Jefferson, him, like, I think the rookie season he would have had would have surpassed what Jaden Daniels did, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Minnesota could have potentially been in opportunity to win a Super Bowl. I think Caleb's that good, and getting him a head coach like a Kevin O'Connell, with the weapons, Justin Jefferson, offensive line was kind of bad, but that still would have been a better situation than what he faced his rookie season.
Oh,
And
yeah.
all the concerns about him and going to Chicago, they were validated in his rookie season. I know him and his pops was blue.
Oh, yeah. They were hot.
They're
They
like,
were hot.
We did this shit. We went through with it."
What's crazy is that there were even talks of him like possibly signing with a UFL team just to, not go to Chicago.
Which is
That's
crazy to
that's
me.
insane. I've never seen anything like that.
That would have been like one of the first things ever, like for a quarterback to do. But it's like showing you now that things are different. College
Hmm.
players, like if you're a top player, you got to be a little more focused on the situation, what situation you're going to be put in. Players have more power than ever now. And it's an interesting topic because you look at the next year, the draft class for quarterbacks is going to be a little better. These quarterbacks, hey, I don't want to go to Chicago. I don't want to go to these situations where
Right.
quarterbacks are going to die. And we see a Sam Darnold. He went to the New York Jets. Look at
Hmm.
him in Minnesota. Look at him in another situation where
Right.
situation matters so much. So
It does.
you think that's going to change things? You think quarterbacks are going to start taking this method, start taking this, idea?
I think it all depends on the personality because you got a guy like Cam Ward who is confidence is at an all time high.
Oh yeah.
And that's just who he is. I don't think like for someone like him, I don't think it matters what situation he goes in. He's gonna go in believing that, he can take that team to the playoffs. But then there will be guys like, in the future who may be like, I don't want to go to that system and, I may, go back to school for another year, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. I mean, like the Tennessee quarterback that just transferred to UCLA. I mean, we see it already
Hmm.
happening with college. Like
Yeah.
teams are making, I mean, players are making business decisions. Justin Fields, I'm hoping he's better in New York, going from team to team, like it gets to a point like, is this gonna be the year? Am I gonna be a backup quarterback for the rest of my career now?
Right.
It's tough, but I'm pulling for Justin still. That's my guy.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. 100%.
With Garrett, he might light it up in New York.
Those are
Uh,
my guys from O State.
I know.
Yeah.
I think with Kevin O'Connell, Ben Johnson, which coach would you rather have if you're Caleb? Probably Kevin O'Connell, no?
Yeah, I would lean towards Kevin O'Connell.
Ben
Just
Johnson, yeah, go ahead.
just because of, the way he developed and brought Sam Darnold back to, who he was expected to be coming out of college. I think, I would be a little bit more comfortable seeing that, and going in that system than, Ben Johnson, who's good with, more of like putting together a good run game, as
Mhm.
we saw with Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery up in Detroit.
That's a good point. I think Kevin O'Connell's probably a more personable coach. He came up to Caleb after Bears versus Minnesota, and he's like, "Keep your head up." I've seen him do that to a lot of young quarterbacks too. I think
Mhm.
Anthony Richardson, he did that to a couple other coaches. So I think he has that personality that gels well with the young quarterback. A coach you're gonna, obviously go to bat for a little more because
Oh yeah.
he got that great relationship with him. Ben Johnson, I still don't know what to think of him. He's done really great in press conferences. Seems like he's got a good personality, but I think, yeah, Kevin O'Connell is a more personable coach, but Ben Johnson, in my opinion, is a better coach.
Oh
Just
yeah.
like it's just about which one would you rather have.
But I would want him to get an extension done with, Keenan Allen. I would want him to stay with the Chicago Bears for maybe 2 or 3 more years because he's coming off his best season last year with the Chargers.